Our attention has been drawn to the very long service you have given to football in general, and in particular to football under the jurisdiction of the Nottinghamshire County FA. We at the Football Association would like to record our appreciation of your wonderful efforts on behalf of football and to offer our congratulations to you on your achievements. Will you please accept the enclosed gifts with our very best wishes for the future? And that's signed by Jeff Thompson, Chairman of the Football Association. We are extremely proud to have that person in the room tonight. For 50 years, long service, presented by Emlyn Hughes OBE, would you please welcome our President, Mr. Bill Stokeld. Huge round of applause for Bill Stokeld. A few words from our President, Mr. Bill Stokeld.
Came with a complete surprise. What can I say? I've enjoyed 50 years, well, it's 52 years now. Thank you very much for all your help. It's not just one or two people, a lot of people that have helped, and I've enjoyed it.
One round of applause again for Bill Stokeld, President of Carlton Football Club.
I'm president of the club. I've been involved with the club since 1951 when I joined as a player, and I'm still with the club since.
Full of memories of people and places.
As we're going up to receive the trophy and the medals, there to present them was this big figure, this big man, Bill Stokeld. And I'd not really known anything about him before then, but he shook my hand. He obviously knew me, Bill knew everybody, and we had a drink afterwards. Bill being representative of Nottingham's Football Association, that was the reason why I was presenting the trophies to us. But we had a drink after, and in true Bill style, in the bar, he tapped me up to play for his Saturday club, which was Sneinton.
We used to joke that he sunbathed in his suits. He always loved his suits, and his Carlton Town badge he was very proud of.
I come off the pitch, I says, I can't stop long, Bill, because my wife Tina, Chantal and the others friends and the kids were going for a picnic at Stokeld off ferry boat, to which Bill says, that's no problem, I'll join you, which was true Bill style.
The early games when I was down there, I can remember a lot of the games he actually watched in his car, which I used to find quite amusing.
Anyway, he ate most of the picnic while I was explaining to us what he wanted from us, but the exact reasons he wanted to meet us was that he wanted me to take over the club.
you know, but there'd be Bill there sitting in his car listening to the Forest score, and every so often the door would open and he'd shout something out because he disagreed with the referee's decision or whatever.
We come to an agreement that I would take over, Neil Cooper would be my assistant, and that I said, when was your first game, Bill? And he said, in an hour against Arnold Town.
I had some good moments with him. I didn't always agree with his views on the game. I think he was a little bit more biased than me. I'm a little bit more open-minded possibly, but that was the beauty of it all.
Unfortunately, Bill forgot to tell us that the existing manager was still in the dressing room at the time, and he'd not had the art to tell the existing manager that he was actually sacked. So me and Neil went in and dealt with that.
And of course he was a lot happier then because he had the clubhouse. But even then, every odd occasion he would pull his car behind the goal if he wanted to listen to the commentary on the radios.
We'd gained promotion one year from Central Midlands Supreme, and we couldn't go any higher, unfortunately. Nobody blamed anybody. We needed floodlights, we needed a hell of a lot of money funding at the club.
And Bill was in the shed. There was a shed in them days that you had before I joined the club, and he came waddling towards me, bless him, and he said, "Let this man through, let this man through." I
actually spoke to Bill on the phone, we had a chat, and I put to him that Mick Garton, who was then our sponsor, become chairman.
I got a phone call out of the blue really when he said that you know, he wanted me to take over as chairman.
And in true Bill fashion, his immediate reaction was spot on. That's a great idea. No arguments, no, oh no, you know, I want to keep hold of the club, I want the club for myself. It was, yes, that's the way to take the club forward. And as it turned out, I got involved anyway. I'd been more than impressed with what Bill had to say and what Tommy had had to say, and subsequently, you know, here I am now. Bill was made honorary president of the club, and as I say, there was no malice. He just wanted the best for Sneinton at the time. Bill then became president after I'd taken over as chairman, and you know, and rightly so. I mean, there was nobody more fitting to have that role. I put it to him, and I did it on behalf of Mick, that Carlton Town, we play in Carlton. It was a bigger name for the club. We no longer played in Sneinton. We might get the people of Carlton supporting us. Straight away, no problem, Tom. Bill, he'd been at the club for God knows how many years, well before I was involved. And ideal man, he looked like a president in every way. Some of the happiest days of my life have been spent with Bill. As well as being a good chairman, a good president, he's also been a good family friend. He did all the meetings and got the cup final tickets, and I sort of, I did, you know, took the pressure off him financially. And my kids have seen him since the day they were born. They've been to the ground, so they've seen him. And we worked side by side over the next few years. He was the first to put his hand in his pocket for the dues when I arranged the functions. I've had some laughs with him. I've had some laughs at him. Very funny man. Sometimes he didn't mean to be funny, but he was funny. But eventually, when we got the clubhouse up and everything else, he used to come and sit near me at the door, and we watched the games together, because I used to have to stay around the bar area, obviously. Immensely proud of what he's achieved in Nottingham Football Association, 52 years service. He'd shout something and then look round, waiting for your nod of approval, and he didn't always get it, to be fair, because you think he only saw things in blue and yellow. And I don't think there'll ever be a bigger personality on the football scene again. He used to look after the opposition committee on match days. Along with Pam, he'd go in there at half time. He should have been awarded a honour in the New Year's honours list. I think Pam would try and make sure that the other people got something to eat as well, because Bill liked his food, bless him. It was tragic the way it all ended, but it was also happy the way it ended. He still had a massive role to play, and would always have, and will always have in his own way. And he died in the place he loved, which was Carlton Town Football Club. He died with people who surrounded him, who loved him, and he died in an FA Bars game. And he also died seeing as winning one of his biggest games ever, which was the FA Cup. And I think he died an immensely proud man, and I'm proud to have known him. Of course, he is actually still with us, you know. Maybe that he's in the goalmouth now, but he's still with us, and always will be.
Tonight the rain is falling, full of memories of people and places, and while the past is calling in my fantasy, I remember their faces. The hopes we had were much too high. things you said to me the night